Punters have got limited choices. We've got 5 runners. There's over 70 cents of deductions coming into the Kilmore Cup over the mile. The favourite is Regal Zeus. Ignoring the last start, punters focusing on the third up record has a very, very strong one. 350. The flame is on next to Regal Zeus at 350 today. Far-flung run second last start at Flemington. That was against stronger opposition. Is 380 today. It was a winner 3 back as well. And Presser coming off a win last start at Mornington. Got home very nicely. Stronger opposition today though. And don't forget at the Kilmore Cup Day today, if you put a fixed win bet on and you run second or third, Bet Deluxe will bonus you back up to $25. Use the QR code there or just get the Bet Deluxe app. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number, visit the website.
This mounting yard is brought to you by the 2025 Victorian Spring Racing Carnival. This is how we spring.
So just a field of 5 will be chasing that trophy, the 2025 Kilmore Cup for Bet365. Hopefully we'll be able to steer in the right direction. What we do know is that it's going to be a genuinely run race with the likes of El Rocco and the stablemate Regal Zeus. Old El Rocco, he's been a marvel, Benny, hasn't he? He's a 7-year-old now. He's won in excess of $800,000 and we know he loves the sting out.
Yeah, he absolutely loves wet ground, so he gets it today. He was disappointing in the Chester Manifold, but he led on good ground in a stronger race where it was set up for the horses off the speed. I'd be inclined to forgive that. Go off his effort 2 starts ago where he got complete control of the Sale Cup and just kept running to beat a pretty good field. So now that we get these conditions, I think he's one of the 2 leading chances.
And the stablemate could be the other one. Both of these like to race up on the speed, and this is Regal Zeus. I think we just put a pen through that Flemington run where he missed the start. It was in stronger company. He's a horse that also doesn't mind the sting out.
And he just needs control. He's a bit of a control freak, this horse. So first up, 1,200 metres, he couldn't find the front. He has raced on speed at sprint trips previously, like in previous preparations where he's won, but in Group 2 level, he wasn't able to go forward and find the front. And second up, he put his head down at the start, missed it. He looked the likely leader in that race, second up. Again, I just ignore that run. He's not going to be able to out-sprint those horses from off the pace. Now in a small field, he should be able to find the front. That's when he performs at his best. And I just can't get that soft 7 Flemington where he led behind Macro and Pounding last prep out of my mind, where he had El Rocco behind him. So I think he's a great chance.
Then we can go down to Verdad, number 8, trained by Robbie Griffiths. He's a horse that's always around the mark. He's only won 3 of 20. How does he handle a soft 7?
Doesn't like it, yeah. So he was a horse that I thought was a sneaky good chance when we were going to be on a good 4. I thought he'd probably settle behind those 2 leaders and be able to track them and maybe ambush them late up the hill at Kilmore. But he doesn't get conditions to suit now. So his best form is all on top of the ground. So I think I had him 3rd pick initially, but when the track got downgraded and we came with a soft 6, I dropped him out of the top 4.
We can then go down to number 11, Far Flung. Danny O'Brien. Craig Williams, this is the other horse that you've said Willow has decided to head to Kilmore for on a Sunday. He's dropping back from the 1800 to the mile today.
Yeah, I don't love this horse on genuinely wet ground. He hasn't had a huge amount of exposure to it, but there's no doubt that most of his best form is on top of the ground. So he's flying this galloper, this preparation. It was such a good effort at Flemington last time out. 3 wide, no cover throughout. El Duca just had that soft, complete control, and he still nearly knocked it off. It was good in the Seymour Cup, but El Rocco was better, and now El Rocco gets the conditions over him. So I would have preferred the ground to be firm for him.
And the last runner in this year's edition of the Kilmore Cup is number 13, and that is Presser, trained by Gavin Bedgegood. He's won on the heavy, he's won on the soft. I still don't know if it's his preferred going. How do you see Presser in this race?
Well, he did a good job to win last time out. He beat She Light and he had Howlin' Rain, the subsequent Moe Cup winner, behind him in 3rd. He's hard fit, he's racing really well. He gets in on the minimum here, but I don't think his form's anywhere near as strong as the likes of El Rocco and Regal Zeus, and I don't think he's as well suited in the conditions as those 2. So I liked Regal Zeus. I must admit the confidence levels are being dented with the softer track, just because, not that he doesn't handle it, it's just that El Rocco absolutely thrives in those conditions. So I think one of the McArdle stablemates is likely to win the race. Farflung's flying. Just don't know if he likes the ground as much as the McArdle 2.
Okay. Ed, who have you got for the Cup today?
Well, I thought I'd give you a bit of everything, Michael. Can't get the whole field, but can get 80% of it here. Adrian, I'll start with you. Verdad, how's the horse?
Yeah, he's very well. We haven't really much knowledge of his form on this slow ground, so he'll follow them around and see how he runs.
Is that a concern that, generally speaking, he seems like he's avoided wet tracks in his career?
Yeah, he's been scratched several times this prep over wet tracks, and it was easier to run today. He'll pick up some prize money and we'll drop him in and see what happens.
Fingers crossed, best of luck.
Thank you.
Gavin, Presser, can he go back-to-back after winning the Peninsula Cup last time?
I hope so. He's a model of consistency. He never really runs poorly. Soft ground, he's only had one run for me on it, and he ran very well on Moe Cup Day last year, and it was downgraded to a 9 after that race, I think, so it was probably worse than a 6. Probably as good as I've seen him gallop Tuesday morning over at the Turf Club, so yeah, I would say I'm hopeful, more than confident, but there's 5 runners and you probably couldn't pen in any of them. They're all, classy horses.
You're a former jockey, putting that cap on. How do you see this panning out tactically?
I thought El Rocco leads, Regal Zeus outside it, Verdad from 1, box seat, far flung 1-1, and I'm last, but probably thought there'd only be 3 or 4 lengths amongst them.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
John McArdle, 2 of the 5 in the race, but this wasn't always the plan.
No, I thought I'd run 1 in the Kilmore Cup and 1 here, but when everyone was scratching out of the race, we thought we'd come here, and it was El Rocco we were going to run yesterday, and when they were predicting a bit of rain, obviously that suits him a lot better, so we thought we'd bring them both here.
How do you play this tactically? Because you've got 2 horses who both like to go forward.
I think Regal Zeus will lead. He missed the kick last start, and the start before was in a Group 2 weight for age race over 1200, but before that he leads pretty much all the time. Would have thought El Rocco would sit just off him, and we'll get on our bike at the 500 and see what happens.
With these wetter conditions, is El Rocco the pick?
The wetter conditions probably suit him. The downhill turn probably suits Regal Zeus more. El Rocco's a giant horse and he might have a little trouble getting around the turn here. Regal Zeus is a nippy little horse. There was 0.3 of a second between their work on Tuesday morning, so there's not much between them. Whether that's good enough to be in the front part or the back part, we'll find out soon.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Half the hold on Bet Deluxe is with the 2 El Rocco, so that wet track form punter's liking. But there is a drift, so 350, 390, now 440. Late money going to Far Flung at 360. Had joined Regal Zeus as equal favourites, but Regal Zeus in the last couple of minutes has just got the edge at 350. Verdad sort of unwanted at this stage, and that's how we're shaping up ahead of the Kilmore Cup. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, there's the number, there's the website.
Yeah, it's one of these tricky races, isn't it, with 5 horses all on their day. You can easily see winning this. What's intriguing, and I suppose a little bit of what Johnny McArdle was saying, not one of these horses has been to Kilmore before. All of them are having their first start at what is a tricky track. And El Rocco, he said maybe that downhill turn might play against him.
Yeah, and he's a big, strong horse, El Rocco, so that was probably his reasoning for that. Going to be very interesting, isn't it? Because not all of them are at their best in the conditions we know El Rocco is. He's got the question mark with the track, but yeah, very interesting. Strong heart, very strong hand for John McArdle.
Quick around the grounds, BZ?
I'm going to go El Rocco.
Regal Zeus is my top pick.
Yeah, I like Regal Zeus as well. Sammy?
Yeah, Regal Zeus had him in the multi, which the Denver Nuggets ruined.
Here is the call for the Cup of 2025 at Kilmore.
Starters on the stand. The Bet365 Kilmore Cup field about to be sent on their way. 1600. Already. And they're off. Regal Zeus jumped really well and heads off his stablemate El Rocco in the first 100. So they're the front pair. Regal Zeus to lead El Rocco. Third is Far Flung. And fourth, the inside is Verdad. Presser eases back a length and a half away to trail them as they made their way into the back. But it's clearly Regal Zeus in the lead here. Out by 2 lengths on El Rocco in second. A similar margin away to Far Flung in third place. Fourth, the inside is Verdad. The last start Peninsula Cup winner Presser is the last one. So they head along the back with 1,000 left to go. And it's the Golden Mile winner from earlier this year, Regal Zeus, who has control of the race. He's out by 3 lengths at the moment on El Rocco. He doesn't appear to be going terribly hard in the lead, Regal Zeus, but he has opened up a margin on his stablemate El Rocco, who holds down second. Third is Far Flung. Fourth, the inside to Verdad. And a length away last is Presser as they start to move down the hill. 700 to go. And Regal Zeus at the moment holds a 4-length margin on El Rocco. Far Flung third, Verdad fourth, Presser fifth. Those at the back will want to get a wriggle on pretty soon. Regal Zeus still holds a big lead. 400 to go. 3 lengths on El Rocco, and it's 3 lengths to the rest. Presser, Far Flung, and then Verdad as they enter the home straight. Regal Zeus is still on the bit though at the 250. El Rocco hard in pursuit, and then Far Flung and Presser deeper out. Regal Zeus still 2 lengths in front, 100 to go. From El Rocco, then Far Flung and Verdad, but Regal Zeus never looked in any doubt at any stage. He bolts in the cup. Regal Zeus by 3.5 to Verdad, I think, second, a nose in front of Far Flung. El Rocco in fourth, and Presser was last of the 5. He was just always in control of the race, Regal Zeus. Daniel Stackhouse just let him do his own thing in the lead, and his rivals were comfortable enough letting him set up a decent break, but they looked in trouble going down the hill when Regal Zeus was just travelling so easily and nothing else was even nudging into the margin. And Regal Zeus has held a good margin on them in the run home to score easily. Verdad does run second, a nose in front of Far Flung, and El Rocco in fourth place. It's 3-8-11-2. The interims 3-8-11-2. So Regal Zeus, this is a first Country Cup win for him, but he was the Golden Mile winner at Bendigo earlier this year. Regal Zeus is a 5-year-old by Zeus Star, trained by John McArdle, and was ridden by Dan Stackhouse. 8 Verdad in second by Justify, Robbie Griffiths, Pat Maloney. 11 Far Flung in third by Far, Danny O'Brien, Craig Williams. El Rocco runs fourth, Presser in fifth. Officially, the winning margin is 4 lengths with a short half head back to third, and the time for the race was 1:40.05. So $3.50 chance starting price, Regal Zeus, $3.30 on the tote. It's Regal Zeus to take out this year's Bet365 Kilmore Cup. Here's the winning trainer, John McArdle, with Ed.
John, congratulations. What a good horse he's been for your stable, Regal Zeus.
Yeah, he has. He's tough, he's honest. Nothing's gone right this prep, and we got him here today, and as I said pre-race, the tight turning track I thought would suit him. He'd be able to sort of scoop off the turns, and he did that. And yeah, he was impressive.
Watching the race unfold, when he was able to get his own way out in front like that and roll along, were you feeling pretty confident?
Yeah, he rolled along at a good clip. You know, Jamie got chasing early enough on El Rocco. He's probably just come to the end of it, 18 runs in. So, yeah, he'll probably go to the paddock, and this horse, yeah, we'll find something else for him in 2 or 3 weeks' time.
Got to ask you, what about these owners?
Yeah, they're pretty happy. So, no, it's good to see.
You heading out with them afterwards?
No, I'm taking the horses home.
Very responsible. Well done, John.
Cheers, thank you.
Well done to John McArdle. We'll get the word from Daniel Stackhouse. The owners are relishing this moment, and Daniel Stackhouse was relishing that opportunity to control things to perfection on Regal Zeus. You just did as you liked out in front, Daniel. Well done.
Yeah, look, it's a big credit to John and his team to get this horse back. Sort of been a up and down sort of preparation for him. He trialled well. First up run was good in a hot race, obviously behind Jigsaw, and then we missed the start at Flemington. So great choice by the team to come here today on song. He stepped well. He controlled the race as soon as he stepped out of the gate. He was just too good.
At the top of the straight, he must have been pretty happy.
Yeah, like he circles really well. He circles like a greyhound, so he got around the corner nice and managed to get off and come out to that better part of the ground, and he just put him away easy.
When you look at his CV, he's won a number of country cups now. He's won a Golden Mile. He's been a decent horse.
He is. He's been a great horse for the connection, so Zeus has given him a nice ride, so hopefully he can carry on and keep doing it.
Just have a look at all these owners here. You made their day.
Yeah, they're a great bunch of owners. They're always happy. If he wins or loses, they're always there as well. They always turn up to every race, so it's a big credit to them.
Great stuff, Stacky. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Dan Stackhouse. Never, ever a moment's worry if you were on Regal Zeus. Credit to John McArdle. He told everyone watching racing.com that it would be leading and with not much pressure, BZ.
Well, you could sense that he was favouring Regal Zeus big time, the way he spoke about it, handling the track and how the race will pan out. And, like, it was almost just like they sat in their positions and no one else really wanted to get into the race. And it was almost like watching an exhibition gallop. The leader was out on his own and then just took off.
When a horse gets complete control, like it doesn't matter how good they are, they're hard to run down, let alone when they're a very good leader like Regal Zeus. So, look, if you're on Regal Zeus, you were actually giggling from a long, long way out because...
Look at him going. He barely blew out a candle coming back to scale. His ears were pricked. Daniel Stackhouse just sitting up on him. Like, it was a very pedestrian race, and well, they just basically left the leader to do his own thing.
So, so the other thing is, you can like a few people probably blowing up at stablemate, but you can understand why they're not going to attack the stablemate with El Rocco. So they're in their rights to settle second. It's the other.